like fun questions or just interesting stuff, then we can go that route too. It's whatever. Yeah, I love it.
Sounds good, man. All right, so I'm gonna kick it off then. We're live. We should be good and live right now. And so PourCast, Anthony with PourCast here. I'm here with Shugg Cole, over the brand manager, brand badass, the dude behind all the promotion of Martin House Brewing up in Fort Worth, Texas, and he's gonna kind of walk us through the brewery today. Talk about some of the crazy beers y'all have. So Shugg, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and talk about how you got involved with Martin House?
All right, right on. Yeah. So my name is Shugg. So I do our branding and our marketing and kind of think of our different crazy events and figure out our beer schedule, our beer launch calendar, all the new stuff that comes out, and then tie it all together. So that's my job. So a bunch of different facets. If you've ever messaged Martin House on Instagram or Facebook or any of that stuff, or looked at any of the posts, you're talking to me directly. So that's pretty cool. I started Martin House a little over 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, I think by now. So that was a long time ago. It was many beers. But I started off as a sales guy. So I did a lot of sales for a few years, but immediately after I got hired, I also started taking over a lot of the marketing and the social media and the events as well. So I was kind of doing half and half for about 3 or 4 years. And finally I'm doing full-time branding, marketing, all that fun stuff. For the past 3.5 years. So yeah, that's my job.
So you started about 7.5 years ago, and you guys just celebrated, like literally last month, celebrated your 8th year anniversary. So you came on pretty close to the startup of everything.
Yeah, it was. I came on right at I think it was January 2014. I started volunteering, and we had our 1 year anniversary in March of that year. So I've been here for quite a minute. We started with just 4 beers, and now we've brewed a few hundred different beers and different packages. So it's the transformation and the way things have gone over the past few years is just unreal. Never knew it would be like this.
Right on. So you guys started with 4 beers, and now you guys have like just an infinite portfolio, just crazy a number of just experimental, like unusual. Like I was reading some articles about like Martin House, and people just basically say like, you guys are like unafraid of the whole quantity aspect, just unafraid to try something that no other brewery in their right mind would do, like hot or spicy pickle beer, ranch beer, pizza beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So what were the 4 that you started out with? I'm assuming kind of the basics.
Yeah, so that was, I think, Daybreak, Honey Blonde, Imperial Texan was a double red IPA, River House, a Saison, and then Pretzel Stout. Our 6.5% pretzel stout beer. So that was the core lineup. And at the time, that none of those were really very conventional. So they were all, pretty crafty at the time. Yeah. And over the years, we've just kind of evolved and just whatever. I don't know. We've took an interesting turn. We didn't know we'd end up being a sour beer brewery mode. But that's just kind of how it ended up. So now we make a bunch of sour beers and a bunch of anything else really that we all can think of.
The lactose sours, which is like whenever I think lactose sour, it's like synonymous with Martin House because like you guys have so many in the offering. So what is, I guess, from an uneducated beer drinker's aspect, so what is the lactose beer? Like how does that benefit with a sour or with a beer style in general?
Right. So lactose is just milk sugar. So you can add that to the beer in the fermentation process, and it won't ferment. It won't turn into sugar and create more alcohol. It'll just add sweetness. So that's why we add lactose to a lot of our sours to add that kind of candy, sweetness you want in some of these beers. And that one right in front of you was the first one we ever did. It was lemon icebox, and I think that's one of the 5 most important beers we ever made. Yeah, right behind Friday. Yes, that was the very first lactose sour we ever did. That's lemon icebox pie. That was based on when I was a kid, I'd go to Luby's and with my mom and the lemon icebox pie or the key lime pie for dessert. We made both of those. Okay. So that's where that originated. And a lot of the things originated from just some of our childhood and our nostalgia and what we can get excited about. But yeah, lemon was the first lactose sour. And since then, we've been going crazy with it, man. So don't like lactose.
Blackberry Cowboy just came out, didn't it? I went to a couple Total Wines to find it, and they were all sold out.
Yeah, Blackberry is solid, and yeah, so it looks like you have a few of the core brand Friday Salty, True Love, Bach, and the rest are just micro seasonals. So that's what we call the ones that go out in the world that are distributed throughout Texas every single week. So every week is a new beer and a new flavor, and about 25% of the flavors come back year over year. So like lemon came back, blackberry came back. Strawberries is new, Snoz is new, and I think that Miss Marmalade on the very end over there, maybe to the left of that one.
Oh yeah, yep. I've had the Miss Marmalade. I've seen quite a few people posting about it online too. I enjoy it.
So yeah, it's every week trying to come up with something new, or it's something that was very much a favorite from last year that everyone really enjoyed, and we could not bring it back. So that's kind of how we figure it out.
So I take it, let's see, the pizza beer, the ranch, the buffalo wing, those are not favorites necessarily.
Let's see. So all of those, So pizza, we did an event for Valentine's Day in might have been 2020. I don't remember, before the lockdown. I think it was. So we did our, we did our first pizza beer there. We made that. It was pretty cool. But this year when did that come out? I guess back in January. So yeah, we released the pizza beer in 6-packs across Texas instead of just Taproom only, and that was something that was one of the first super weird, kind of niche, very Martin House thing to go out there in the world, and it got met with equal parts. Some people really loved it, and some people said, "Yo, this tastes like pizza sauce. I don't like it." But I think that what's cool is it usually tastes like what it says on the can. So that's what I'm very proud of our brewing team is. If we say it's going to taste like pizza sauce or like a pickle, it's going to taste like that. So I think that's really cool. So I'm very proud.
I gotta say, I mean, I was blown away with the pizza beer when I tried it for the first time, and it was I think it was 4 or 5 months ago. It was right in the middle of lockdown, maybe a little earlier than that. Right in the middle of lockdown, I had heard a little bit of mutterings about it, and then I was stopped at HEB one day for some groceries, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta try it. So I got they do the little multi-packs you can do of just random beers, and I do that all the time just to try new things. And I tried it one night, and man, it blew me away at how much it tasted exactly like a bite of a pepperoni and cheese pizza slice. It was ridiculous. And same thing with the pickle beer. I did the same thing because I was like, I'm not gonna like it, but I gotta try it. And it was like, holy shit, this tastes exactly like it tastes like I'm drinking pickle brine.
Oh yeah, man, pickle beer. Yeah, I don't know if that's part of our segment today. That's an entirely other thing. That's huge. Best Made's our best friends, man. That whole collaboration. It's just never knew.
I mean, I see that more frequently in stores than I see the flagship and the more common, quote unquote regular beers like the Bach and the IPA.
The old school core brands. Yeah, you got the Bach and True Love and Salty and Friday.
I tried to
those get pushed on the back burner.
Super sweet.
What's that?
I said, I tried to pick a couple up that I knew weren't going to be just like the super sweet kind of experimental beers, Did I lose you there? Can you hear me?
For Wi-Fi real fast, is that cool? Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to switch my Wi-Fi. So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, give it a second. All right. I'm going to open a beer now. No time like the present. Oh, all right. There we go.
All right, we back?
Yeah, we're back. I had to switch out.
There we go.
I don't know. So I poured the Bach. I'm gonna give that a try. And like I was saying, I'm so used to seeing the Martin House name strewn across all these like crazy sour lactose beers or the pickle beer. I actively searched to try and find ones that were kind of quote unquote the more normal beers, so I could at least try them.
Right.
I never see them in store.
No, you can call them normal beers. Yeah, so that's what's earlier we were talking about pickle beer. Yeah, a lot of the core brand, the year rounds, like kind of took a back burner so we could catch up with a lot of the pickle beer demand. So that's been kind of something why you haven't seen them as much, because that's what we've been working on. But we're installing new tanks and doing expansion and all that stuff so that we can get the normal beers, you know, the Bach and the IPA and all that stuff out there, because not everybody likes sours, which is cool. We all have different palates. That's what's cool about it. But
it was interesting in one of the articles I was reading. It's, you know, a lot of breweries, it's kind of safer to stick around certain brands, but it's really hard to distinguish yourself in this market because it's like the craft brewery market is just blown up in the past like decade.
Yeah.
And so like you guys are doing an awesome job with distinguishing yourself with like these very obscure styles almost. Like you don't see them very frequently. And you're doing them well. So that's the best thing.
Yeah. That's when we started this. So what we call that is the micro seasonal program. So those are all the beers that go out every single week and get distributed. And once they're gone, they're gone. So you see Blackberry Cobbler, you grab it, drink it, because it won't be there the next time you go to the store.
Right.
So the reason we kind of started that is because all of us craft beer drinkers, and you know, you go somewhere, you go to a bar, you go to the grocery store, and you say, "What's new?" That's what everybody says. What's new? What's fresh? You know, what's the newest thing? So we're like, maybe we can provide this and actually scale it up and deliver it and work out all the logistics to make that happen. Because there's a lot of moving pieces trying to do that. You know, 50 new beers this year, every single week. So somehow, man, we have a solid team and we figured it out. We've had some hiccups, but we figured it out. So it's pretty cool.
So that's what you guys were doing. You were doing a new beer every week.
Yeah. So this year it'll probably average out to be around 50, I think. That gets distributed, but also every week in the tap room, there's about 1 to 2, about 1.5 on average, new beers on a much smaller scale that also get packaged in a can with their own artwork and all that stuff. Yeah. So between the two of those, it's about 120 different beers in cans this year that we will completely different beers that we'll produce. So it's always something, man. It's so much fun.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like the reason most people get into brewing. Just like the sheer just like creativity and innovation of it. Just
we're going to run out of ideas, but we have a great team.
Well, I guess then you just bring back the stuff that people like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's when I feel bad is we get asked, you know, when is this one coming back? When's this one coming back? And I'm like, oh, that one died. That one, you'll never see that one again. Sorry. But there's this new one that's kind of like it that I think you'll enjoy. So that's what's cool is we can have a lot of options, but some of your favorites, they kind of go away forever. So
yeah. So one time, you know, how many would you say, you know, beers are, you know, on tap or available at the brewery or the tap room, you know, at a time?
Man, before COVID, we didn't. So that was a big turning point. Was when COVID happened, we had to shut down the tap room, right? But we could still do beer to go because we had this one system, so that 1 to 2 beers every single week that are tap room only. Those are always draft. We never canned those. We started doing that, a little over a year ago when COVID started.
Right.
So before then, you'd come in the tap room and there'd be 30 beers on tap. You know, 30, sometimes 35. I think we can have like 40 on tap. But it'd be around 30 different beers. Right now, if you go on there, I don't know, probably 20, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can so much of those small batch ones now that we didn't used to. So the selection is a lot smaller as we play catch up and try and figure out this post-COVID world stuff. But it's been nice to see everyone in the tap room, man. It's been very rejuvenating.
Have things been kind of getting back to normal for you guys in terms of like foot traffic and people coming out? And
dude, everyone is ready to drink again. Everyone is ready to be out there and sit in the backyard and bring their dogs and their kids and just chill, man.
Everybody's ready to drink somewhere that's not their living room or backyard, right?
Oh man, yeah. No, the fans. I mean, we call them family. The fans, yeah. I mean, like this Saturday, we'll have Sourfest, right? So we'll have 1,500 Martin House fans out there drinking sour beers in the backyard and just listening to music and drinking and throwing the football, and I cannot wait. So yeah, that's Saturday.
Damn.
Pumped, man.
If I live closer to Fort Worth, I'd be up there in a heartbeat, man.
Come on up. We have people from San Antonio and Austin and Houston and get Airbnbs. That's what's really cool. And I get to meet these people, that I talk to on Instagram and Facebook, and then I only know them by their Instagram name. So I'm like, yo, you're this. I'm like, yeah, I'm the Martin House guy. And then we kind of go back and forth. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, and I don't know how much you know about when it's starting. I'm assuming you know all the story, but why don't you regale me with the inspiration behind the starting of Martin House? So the founder, what was the reason he started? Where he come from, all that.
Yeah. So the founder of our company, we have three main owners, but Cody Martin is the reason for the company. Really, he was a home brewer.
Okay.
While he was also an engineer. So kind of the story behind the logo and stuff is so our Martin House Brewing Company. So our logo is a purple martin. And a purple martin, I don't know if you've seen those birdhouses before. We have one at the brewery with the martins in it, which is really cool. But it'll live in a birdhouse with other birds and not fight with them. So they can be like a family. And then, our owner, Cody and David and their wives and another couple started the company. They lived in the same house together. So it's Cody's last name, and it's that kind of just family being together and figuring out how to make it work thing. So that's where Martin House came from, and it's cool that we actually have a Martin House in the backyard of the brewery with the beautiful purple martins in it. So, that was, I guess we just had our 8-year anniversary, so they probably started around 9 years ago.
Wow.
But what's really cool is we have three main owners, Cody, David, and Adam. Okay. And every day I go to work, or when I go up to the brewery, I'll see them, and they're there, and they're working their ass off. And that's I really respect that. It's, they're not just some owner over here or whatever. You go to work and you see your boss, and you're excited to see your boss. So that's the kind of culture that they built with Martin House. So it's pretty special. To me, it's really special.
It's good to see them being part of the process, dude.
Yeah, they're there, and they're my friends too. It's you get happy to see your boss. That's pretty rad.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
right on. So, what did you do before Martin House? What brought you into were you doing craft beer before, or
No, I was drinking beer.
Fair enough.
When did you start drinking craft beer? Do you remember?
When I knew it was college. I had an interest somewhere in college where I had some buddies that were drinking craft beer, and so they got me.
What was that? Where'd you go? When'd you graduate?
So I went to Worcester Polytech. So I was an engineer myself way back in the day. Now I'm in sales, so it's definitely not doing engineering anymore.
All right.
And then I do this on the side. I love it. I love it. The whole reason I started this was sharing those stories. Like I told you, I like hearing the stories about how things get started, how people got involved in it, and plus, who doesn't like drinking some beer or whiskey over conversation? But I went to school up in Massachusetts. So, and I'm from the Northeast originally. So not a born and bred Texan, but I've embraced it. My wife and I bought a house down here. We're putting down roots down here, man. We love it.
That's awesome. How long have you been in Texas?
So we moved down about 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years.
All right,
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, man.
But 2 years of being homeowners. So we're putting, like I said, we're putting them roots down. We were smart enough to buy before all this happened. So property value is way up. It's crazy.
Man, Austin. Well, sorry, I'm not trying to get away from your question, but sorry. So you're down there in Austin. What can I ask you stuff? What breweries do you go to there?
Breweries I like to visit. Fourth Tap's one of my favorites.
I know
we do a lot of fun
over there.
stuff. I'm sure you've
been
there. Yeah, I did. I actually met with them to do like an in-person kind of interview recording, but I haven't had a chance to edit it and never even put it out yet. So that's coming down the pipe.
Watch Mike.
What's that?
Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark Foster. Yeah, he used to work for us. He's my buddy. We call him Paperback. He's a crazy, crazy man. So no,
oh yeah, Clem VRs. I don't know if you know Clem over there at Bell Springs.
Not.
He just chimed in. Bell Springs. We did a previous episode with him. They're a little smaller, more known for the winery, but he's growing that brewery pretty well over there. He's a good buddy now. Yeah, I'm getting. I've done a lot of distilleries too. Distilleries are the big ones too. Let's see. Oasis is another fun one. I like it mostly for the view, but they're a cool spot.
Hell yeah.
Man, I don't know. Nomadic's those are young guys, started up in 2019. They're doing some cool things with like West Coast IPAs, a bunch of really international themed like beers.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many breweries you've been to down in Austin area.
I mean, I've been to, I want to say a lot over the years, but also, I mean, that's not true. There's 40 or 50 breweries. How many breweries are down there?
So many.
The shit
popping up too. I swear this year there's a bunch that just popped up.
Yeah.
Towards the hill country and just all over.
I love it, man. Yeah, we have, whenever we go down, we always stop at Pine House Round Rock is right before Austin. So that's our goal, is make it to Pine House Round Rock.
I finally went to the original Pine House down south like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they're good. See, the thing is with them and like with some of the other guys, if I know they're all IPA, it's going to hold me off a little bit because I'm not a huge IPA drinker. I'm still growing to it, man. I know. My wife's kicking me for it.
Because I'm not a big sour guy. So that's what's really cool about this scene is we all have different palates. We can all appreciate different stuff. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. But I swear, since I've been doing this and I've been trying more, and seeing more of what different craft breweries are doing with the IPAs and different types of IPAs like hazies and juicies and all the different styles. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to like them. I mean, I'll pick up an IPA and drink it and not balk at it like I used to. That bitter, hoppy flavor used to get me, but you drink enough of them, your palate adapts.
Yeah. Have you been? Yeah, I used to get. So we always stop at Pine House Round Rock. Now, when I used to go down there as a sales guy, I used to sell beer in Austin. So and then I had to deliver it too. So the more beer I sold, the more I had to break my back delivering kegs and beers down there. So that's a whole nother story.
Oh, man.
That's how I met Mike from Fourth Tap. Is he was at Black Star, so I would always end my day at Black Star and go over there and have some beers. That was like, all right, I did it. I delivered all my beer. This is my reward. Go hang out with my best friends at Black Star.
There you go.
That's
I like their concept, the whole co-op ideal. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, everyone I've met from there over the years has been solid people. I haven't been in a minute. But again, there's so many breweries down there, man. It's insane.
See, and how many other? So you guys are in the Fort Worth area. There's definitely a bunch all around Dallas. How many does Fort Worth have now?
Fort Worth, I don't know, 6 maybe 7. Yeah, it's nothing. And then you start working your way towards Dallas, and you hit maybe a couple in Arlington. You hit Turning Point on the way. That's one of our buddies, Turning Point. They make a lot of easies and sours, imperial stouts. And in Dallas, I have no idea, dude. I don't know.
So many.
And the rest of the DFW, I have no idea. I assume there's at least 60 up here. But our favorites, our buddies are Turning Point. We made a few collaborations with them. And also Celestial over there in Dallas. So both of them are just personal friends and very big fans of their beers and what they're doing. So that's worked out.
Right on.
Really good. Yeah.
So out of curiosity, and one thing I'm seeing a lot more like brewers and distillers go towards, and it's tough, I think, because there aren't as many vendors, but malt and hops, less so hops, but the malt and the grain for the brewing. Do you source any from like it within Texas, or is it all externally sourced?
That's an interesting question because I know some of the brew team is going to Tex Malts, I think, tomorrow. Okay. But I don't know if they source exclusively like in Texas or not. So I don't know the answer to that question, but I know we're close to like I don't know. I don't know.
At the very least, they're doing something.
No. But if there is, I know we're going to get some of it, or we already used some of it. But no, I don't know a lot about a lot of the grains and the technical brewing stuff, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got a new silo last year that we're filling up with wheat. So we got a 2-row barley, we got a wheat silo, and we got a spent grain silo we're trying to put online. But no, as far as the technical specifics, I don't know if we use Texas malts at the moment. I can tell you we don't use Texas hops because I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I haven't really heard much about it. Clem he put a shameless plug in there. I guess I know they use some stuff locally. I want to say in the Austin area, Maverick Malt House. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Oh yeah, no, not.
Yeah, they a local malt house. But it's always interesting to see what y'all are tinkering with in terms of ingredients to make the beers, whether and how that regional malts and regional grains affects the beer and everything. Yeah, and then Hopperdashery. I guess there's a hops place in Austin that does
Texas hops.
Texas hops. So you have to check it out. See if that make a
crazy beer. I've seen them in the wild in Texas, or people growing them, but I don't think I've ever had a beer with.
Martin House is unofficial slogan, right? The Made in Texas by Texans.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, but as we're growing, we keep hiring more people that aren't from Texas. I'm like, we need to change our slogan.
Hey, we're still Texans. We just,
Yeah, we're all Texan. Yeah,
we're adopted Texans.
You're Texan.
Yeah,
you're Texan, brother.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what else? What else does Martin House? What kind of events do they have coming down the pipe? You got Sourfest coming up this weekend.
Events is something all the time, man, and that's what
y'all are just eager to get fests and stuff going now that COVID's kind of pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've been very, very excited about is once, we started being able to open up again about a month ago and start doing events, that's what I can really get excited about because I love having the people come out to the brewery, seeing their faces, talking to them, having a beer.
Right on.
That's my shit because I talk to them all day online, we all comment and talk to each other. But, seeing them in person, that's really special. So the next big event is Sourfest on Saturday.
Yeah.
So 25 plus sour beers, bunch of food trucks, music, just a big old party in the backyard. So my favorite thing. But other than that, I think it's probably June 26th is Creed Fest. So I don't know if you know about this yet.
I don't. Tell me about it.
Oh, bro, you don't know about Creed Fest? You gotta get your ticket now. Book your Airbnb. So Creed Fest is a thing that started from one night. I think it was the night before our 8th year. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was looking through Instagram and I saw this Creed video, and it was Scott Stapp and Creed from like a year ago playing a song called "My Sacrifice." So I watched it. I was like, why am I watching this Creed video at 3 a.m.? And that's what I think about everything. It's like, if I can get excited about it, I think our Martin House fans get excited about it. But that's how I figure out what to post all the time. It's like, if this catches my eye, this will probably catch our fans' eye because we're like the same person, same demographic kind of. So I started posting more and more Creed memes, and everyone kept liking it and enjoying it. But also, the people that didn't like it would comment as well. So no matter what about Creed, you're going to have an opinion on it, and you want it to be known. So whether you love them or hate them. And also, even if you hate them, you're going to know how to sing a Creed song. So it's like everybody so it's just this perfect little viral thing. And then I was like, maybe we can make an event. So I looked up Creed cover band, and there was one, and it exists in Dallas. What? I called the dude up. I said, hey, can you come play this thing? 40-minute set? He said, yeah, I'll be there. I said, done, Creed Fest.
That's awesome.
So it's, so it's June 26th. We have a Creed cover band. The art for it is from that it won a Super Bowl. It's a Thanksgiving show where Creed played at the Dallas Cowboys. If you wear a Cowboys shirt or a jersey, you get a free wristband for free beer.
That's awesome too. There you go.
And there's a raffle for a Dallas Cowboys jersey that says Stapp on the back and some Creed memorabilia. It's just this whole insane thing, but it's real. It shouldn't be real, but it's real. So
I love it. That's freaking. I love the whole inspiration based off just like some random like thought.
that's
No,
what it is. That's what we try and do with a lot of stuff. Is if I know I can get excited about it, then I know that our fan base can really get excited about it. So we just kind of work back and forth and feed off each other. So I started doing Creed stuff. They started enjoying the Creed stuff. So yeah, man, it's just our fans are the shit, dude.
I gotta say, you're on point. Like, I love when like a random Martin House post just scrolling through Instagram, and I just see like the Martin House memes of talking about sours and like people loving or hating sour. Like, it's just so great.
I really appreciate that. That's where I think it's going from. I could post pictures of beers all day long, and here's a pretty can and some fruit and stuff, but again, it's like, what do I get excited about? What would make me laugh? And when I do that, it usually makes our fans laugh and makes their day. And that's what's really cool. So that's kind of what the branding is. It's more branding other than marketing. It used to be marketing, come buy this beer, come do this. Now I just want to make you smile. So when you see Martin House, you don't know what you're going to get, but you know you're probably going to laugh at it and get excited about it and have an opinion on it. So it's really cool.
Man, you know what I just thought of would be really great, and I feel like you could own the hell out of it.
What is it?
All did like so. Who am I thinking of? It's I want to say it was like Nerds Candy that used to do like the mystery box, or there was some candy that used to do like a mystery box where you didn't know quite what you were gonna get. Like, you guys should do like a mystery can that's like just this uniform, like doesn't give it away, label, and like
well, bro, no, Airhead did the mystery flavor.
Who did?
Airhead. I'm pretty sure it was white cherry though.
It was
one.
Yeah.
You remember that?
It was always the same. It wasn't like a real mystery. Once you figured it out, you knew it.
It was just white cherry, I think.
Yeah. Well, like, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I feel like that you guys could probably own something like that. Like, just a really random, like, every once in a while somebody gets like a spicy pickle and just like.
Well, I love where your head's at, but it's completely illegal.
Really?
You have to tell people what's inside the contents.
That's true. Yeah, because the ABV and everything.
Yeah, you have to tell them. So that's like the deal with the boxes you get around Christmas time, like the advent calendars.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like, you have to put on there what's in there, so you can't do the mystery stuff.
Well, then inspiration just to make all your beers the exact same ABV, so then it just it doesn't give anything away,
Right.
Change the entire beer lineup just so you can do this one thing.
Bro, I don't know what the next thing is. My favorite thing was a cereal box. Did you see that?
I did. I never got a chance to get one.
I have it right here.
Those are probably sold out.
Yeah, we sold out in a few days, so it's Marty's Munchies.
Awesome. I kept seeing people
talking about it. It came with like an airplane.
Yeah.
And it showed you the tricks on like the airplane and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Marty's Munchies, man, that was so dope. But
that's legit.
I don't know what the next thing is. We do have we're working on this beer that'll be about 20 to 25% ABV.
Yeah, I saw a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that'll be coming up soon, probably mid-June. I don't know, man. I don't know what the next big crazy thing is going to be, but I'm thinking about it every single day. We're thinking about it, trying to figure it out.
That 25% one, is that going to be canned as well? Or don't those have to be in like the bottles or something, like a larger, like, isn't there a specific size container those have to be in if they're above a certain ABV? Or is that just going to be served at the brewery?
So, but I feel like we're getting maybe too far into what we should be getting into on this one. But that one will be in a tall boy. It'll be in a like a 16-ouncer.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Any hints on what style, what kind, flavor types, or do you not want to give it away?
Oh no, you're fine. It'll be like an ice bock.
Okay.
So just like a pale bock, extremely high ABV, and that's it. So yeah, kind of a more traditional ice bock where you have to freeze it and all that stuff, and it's this whole other thing that people smarter than me are in charge of right now. That's what Chris is in charge of right now.
The engineers behind it.
Yeah. So Chris is working on that.
Right on.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a new beer every single week, and I don't know what's next, dude. I'm waiting on it though. I'm trying to figure it out. Working on it.
Let's see. I'll try this raspberry. I haven't tried this one yet.
So that's True Love.
Yeah.
True Love, I think, debuted at 2017 Sour Fest. So, yeah, 4 years ago. And a lot of our beers, that's what the micro-seasonal program, the ones that go out in the wild, is a lot of them aren't destined to be a year-round, but then it happens. So that's what happened with Salty Lady. That's what happened with True Love. That's what happened with Friday. So those beers, and Boxlighter, shit, I guess most of our beers were just one-offs that people loved, and they loved it so much, like pickle beer, that we brought it back as a year-round.
Dude, that's the one that no matter where I looked, they had them in stock.
That's awesome, man.
It's ridiculous. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you talking pickles?
What's that?
You talking pickles or?
Yeah, the pickle, the original pickle beer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bread and butter, as they say. The pickle beer, man.
I like it. Well, I'm trying to think of what else to ask.
We can talk about anything and everything. It doesn't have to be like beers. It could be brewery. It could be, I don't know, favorite movie, whatever, bro.
Tell me about the brewery itself. Unfortunately, I haven't been up there, and a lot of the reason I started this was to be able to showcase the breweries. But unfortunately, COVID, it made it real difficult to travel. And now, we're getting back to swing of things, but still really busy. But yeah, tell me about the spot. And for anybody else that's listening that hasn't been there.
If you've, that's something I need to get better about, is showcasing what we got going on, because we're right on the river here in Fort Worth. Awesome. So it's super special, man. Our backyard is a giant, just grassy area, a little patio over here, and then you see beautiful downtown Fort Worth right there, and the river is right below it.
Yeah.
So our backyard area, man, it makes the space. And that's what we say. Bring your chairs, your tents, your kids, your dogs, the whole family. So that's what people do. They just come, post up, and drink a bunch of beers. So yeah, the backyard it's just beautiful, man. So we got that. We got a Taproom's pretty badass, dude. If you've never been there, I've only posted a few pictures of it. We have a big old gigantic tap wall that our owners Adam built, and he built it by himself, which is pretty insane. So I think you have to see it to kind of really appreciate it. But the tap room's beautiful, man. There's the bacon wall in there. There's all the animals we got from the taxidermy auction. There's pictures from every single event of all of us and our family and friends. It's just a real cozy, comfy, but it's not. I mean, it's like anybody's welcome. Or you go out to the patio and you'll see a bunch of dirty pallets and some cobwebs and all that. But you're like, I don't care. I'm hanging out with friends and family drinking beers. So this is Martin House, whatever. There's all that shit they need to throw away over there. But no, this is a very Martin House. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's special. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I highly recommend. Yeah, you need to come visit, bro.
I know. I need to make a trip up there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good chance I may be up there in a week or two. So we'll see. If I am, I'll make a trip. Well, I'll be up in Carrollton, but it's not too far.
We'll swing by and I'll show you around and stuff. We'll check out some stuff, see if we can taste some beers that aren't released or something. I don't know. We do whatever.
Not opposed to that. All right, so we got a couple people asking questions. So Clem's asking about the size of the brew house itself. So what is your guys' capacity with the brewery?
So we just I don't know the exact capacity. So again, I'm not going to speak on things that I'm not 100% sure on. I know we just moved from a 30 barrel to a 60 barrel brew house, and we're projected to make 31,000 barrels this year. So that should make a lot of sense to Clem. That's a shit ton. I think we did 20 last year.
Wow.
So
quite a bit of growth from 2020 to 2021.
Yeah, even before that. So it's just been growing exponentially. So yeah, we got the 60 barrel online, and we're still installing new tanks. They're all 60s. There's no 120s or anything. But yeah, that's it. We're trying to do 31, and I think we'll do it. Maybe more. I don't know.
So with that growth in mind, are you guys planning on expanding more, growing the capacity more, growing the facility more?
We well, I mean, there's different talks. We got plenty of room in our current location. You just got ripping down some more walls and making it a little tighter. So that's possible. We have hired about, I don't know, 4 new sales people. We hired a couple down in Houston and a couple down in San Antonio. So we've expanded that, and we also have distribution statewide now with Benny Keith. So, the rest of the places we weren't going to are now distributed by Benny Keith. So we now cover the majority of the state, which is really cool. So we're trying to put that expanded production into good use and get all that beer out to everybody. Whether you're
you guys being up close to the border, do you guys distribute any at all outside the state, or is it just Texas?
We will. So Tavor or Tavor, I don't know the right way to say it. Is
the online retail alcohol.
Yeah. They're up in I think they're in Seattle, so they will get a shipment sometimes, maybe every other month of 80 cases of beer.
Cool.
So that's currently the only other time that our beer goes out of Texas. Yeah, that's it. So we don't distribute to Oklahoma or Louisiana or anything else right now, but in the future, I mean that's a natural path.
Growing, yeah,
but no hard plans.
How many people does Martin House employ? I think I remember reading that you guys have quite a few people.
My guess is around 60-ish.
That's about where I was thinking you guys were at.
Yeah, we have 3 different I mean, we kind of have 3 different companies. We have the brewery, we have the Taproom, and the logistics. Because we largely distribute a lot of our own beer. So from DFW to Austin to Houston and San Antonio, it's us driving from the brewery to all those places. So we have that team of logistics delivery drivers, and we have all the taproom people and all the brew house and production.
Okay.
Oh, shit, it's at least 60, dude. I don't know. I go up there and see a new face every day.
Really awesome. Especially just in Texas, people from the outside looking in, and hell, I was one of them before. You don't realize how freaking big the state is. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah. It's crazy that our beer will come out on a Monday, and then I'll see it on a shelf, online when I'm telling them where to get it in San Antonio, the next morning, and that's insane, dude. And that's self-distributed. So one of our awesome delivery drivers loading up that morning at 2 a.m. and driving to San Antonio.
Yep.
That's nuts. So,
I cracked up a minute ago because Clem came out with another great question.
What was it?
He asked if you use shave gel or shave foam.
It's the orange one. It starts out blue and gets foam. I don't know. It's whatever they got at Walgreens.
Was that Mr. Carver's shave butter? Is that what that is?
I think it's Edge. I think it's called Edge.
Ah, okay.
Blue shit. Yeah. I'm all burnt to shit now.
Yeah. See, we're covering all sorts of stuff, not just beer on this channel.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be about. Yeah. Lay it on me. Let's talk about it.
What about you? So you mentioned, you didn't come in from, you were drinking beer, but you weren't working in the industry.
Yeah.
So what'd you do, what'd you do before Martin House?
So that was the question when I started asking you stuff earlier.
Yeah.
I used to, I was a sales manager at an apartment complex up in Denton.
Okay.
So Denton, just north of Fort Worth, 35 minutes, whatever it is. I went to college up there at UNT. And after college, I did 3 different random jobs and finally got this one job as a sales manager. And I would, it was me and the general manager were in charge of 500 college students in this apartment complex, and then sharing rooms. It was 2 and 3 bedroom. So that was one of my jobs, was pairing up college kids based on their likeness of this form they filled out. And this person writes, I like Blink-182, and this person likes Marilyn Manson, and I can figure out how to put them together cohesively. But that was my old job. So I got yelled at by kids, I got yelled at by their parents, and I got yelled at by everybody. And it was just not the funnest thing on earth.
So kind of a thankless job to the best job you could have.
I mean, that's one way to say it. But when Martin House came around, I was drinking a lot of craft beer. I first started getting into craft beer. So I would go to a place called Midway Mart up there. And every time that was, just a few blocks from my house, and they'd always get the coolest new Stone IPA or Sierra Nevada this or whatever, or Dogfish, 12%, blah, blah, blah. So I would always buy all that stuff. So that's when I started getting into the craft beer scene locally, and that's when it started blowing up. And I found Martin House somehow. I started looking at their website back in the day because you didn't look at their Facebook or their Instagram. You were like, what's on their website? And I dug the vibe and I dug the beers, and it just felt like something, So I started coming out to the brewery, and then I started taking PTO days from my job as sales manager. So my vacation on this Tuesday is I'm not going to be a manager anymore. I'm going to drive down to Fort Worth and can beer for 5 hours. And that's what I'm going to do for my vacation. So that's what I started doing. Or one day we had to demolish part of this building across the way to make space. So I'm going to go destroy this wall instead of be a sales manager. And that's going to be my vacation. So it just went from that. And then I was like, all right, I'm out. I got to go live my life and do this craft beer thing and make not a lot of money. So and it was perfect.
It's all in the perks, man. It's all in the perks.
No, it was perfect, man. Yeah. I went from free apartment to free beer, but
there you go.
Free beer is way better.
Well, it probably saves you more money that way.
Well, now I still buy beer, which is, but that's a whole nother thing.
Cool. So where do you see the brewery going, in the next 5-10 years?
I don't know. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep getting big. I don't know. I guess this is the first time I've ever thought about, will we have another, we could have another production facility. Could we have another brewery or like a tap room or something? Maybe that could be something that happens in Texas. I'm not sure.
Come to Austin.
Yeah, I get that from Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. Obviously it's just the diehard super fans, but maybe there is enough of them. But we're Fort Worth, so I wouldn't want to step on anybody's toes. So I don't know. I guess, and hypothetically, maybe that's something that happens, is expanding another tap room in the state. Maybe
out of state.
Distributing out of state sounds like an idea. I think we could probably be successful in some capacity in a tap room, but maybe, dude, I don't know. Maybe we start making spirits or something. I feel like there's other opportunities besides beer for our brand to help expand it.
Yeah.
So maybe we start making whiskey and tequila, or I don't know. That'd be fun.
That is like the natural next step, right? Like whiskey is literally just beer that was taken to, the distillation step. So you totally could brews and turn them into whiskeys or turn them into light spirits.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then after you do that, then you have the Martin House, the brewery, but also the distillery and the brew pub, the tap room, so the restaurant. So you get the little trifecta there. So maybe that's something that happens. So to be honest, I don't know what the future is, but that's something that I could see us doing
for sure.
In the future. And I don't know, man. Whatever the people want, that's what I want to do. So whatever the fans want us to do, that's what I want to do. That's how you do it. It's not. It's
the right
not
way to play it. Play to the people that are supporting y'all, the customers, the fans,
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and that's what I always try and drive home. That's what I'm really trying to focus on this year is one-on-one, every single fan. Making sure everybody knows that we appreciate them. Right so on. That's something that I think as you get bigger as a company, you can lose sight of those people that got you there. So I'm really trying to double, triple down on that. Like all day today, that's all I've been doing is social media and all that stuff, talking to everybody. So I have an entire list of all the shit I didn't do. But whatever, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out that can design or that label order or all that stuff. We'll figure it out. But taking care of the customers, that's what I would really say is what we're working on this year.
I was going to say, I want to say our conversation evolved from literally talking on Instagram, didn't it? I think I commented on something or saw a post or something, and we just started talking. So for all you Martin House fans that don't know this, he's super involved with, especially on Instagram. Like it's crazy.
That's my favorite thing.
I don't know. One of the best parts of my day when I'm scrolling through Instagram and keeping the PourCast engagement going is seeing the Martin House posts. I thoroughly enjoy what you put out, man.
I love hearing that, and I'm sorry for some of the late night ones. They get kind of weird sometimes, but that's just how it happens, man.
So you guys have all the experimental releases, right? Have you thought about doing like a mug club or a beer club or anything like that at the brewery?
Man, I get asked about, I wish I could have this. I mean, dude, the number one question is, can you ship me beer? So I have to let down multiple people every single day. It's literally a prompt on Facebook. Do you ship beer? No, it's illegal. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what sucks, man, because people, they want to get shipped the beer, but yeah, some people have proposed, can we do this beer of the month thing where all the beers that come out and come pick it up at once? But no, it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense.
Isn't the shipping, and I know we're getting too much in the weeds with that, but like the shipping is like, yeah, because there's weird county line like regulations, right? Where you can't ship beer across certain counties. Like I think Total Wine has a thing where they can't ship across locations.
I don't think we as a production brewery, and as I understand it, can ship to anybody on earth. We cannot sell direct to consumer unless you're on premise. Okay. So if you lived across the street from the brewery, I couldn't carry a case of beer over to you and sell it to you. You would have to come over here to our property, to our address, to our THC address. So yeah, it's illegal to sell direct to consumer unless you're on premise.
Gotcha.
So super messed up. But by the same token, as messed up as that is, we used to not be able to sell beer direct to consumer at all. We couldn't sell our product until 3 years ago. Our cans to people for off premise. So we've made some strides, certainly, as far as the laws and TABC in Texas. But yeah, we do have a bit of ways to go.
Fair enough.
Now that we can actually sell you some beer to go over the past 3 years, that's been a life changer, man. That's been so cool. So we can do so many special things with that. So, yeah.
But so you don't really see like maybe having like a beer club at the brewery where people can come and have like a, mug. You do like special releases like a couple times a year for just the mug club members or anything like that?
No, but I do see more rad one-off events for like we did one earlier. It was early March, I think, before everything started opening up, or right when it did, is we had I think it was our top 20 Taproom customers and my favorite 30 people on Instagram. I personally invited all 50 of these humans out to the brewery for a party to drink all the badass beers we've been cellaring. We had breakfast tacos, and we just hung out together. So it was very special. It was for the select group of 50 people and their plus ones.
Yeah.
So appreciation. So that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, like working on the one-on-one stuff.
Yeah.
So there'll be more special events like that. I got this idea for something in the fall where we make these 15, 20% beers, and 40 of us are in the winter, and we drink beer around a fire at the brewery, and we're all drinking 20% beers, and it's these special 40 people. I don't know. It's this whole nother idea I'm working on. But there'll be a lot of appreciation stuff there, but no mug club or nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's we don't do that. We do new stuff. We do fun stuff. We're trying to change it up,
Yeah. Speaking of like the winter and the fall, I mean, that my mind instantly went to like a winter warmer type beer, like something that warm you up in the cold, but also get you a little tipsy, to have a little bit of a time. But do you guys have do you embrace? I don't think I've seen too many of like the traditional seasonal styles. So like an Oktoberfest in, the fall, winter ale, summer ale, things like that. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have any of those kinds of styles, and what do they look like if you do?
Oh man, let's see. So Oktoberfest is what you said. We used to do Septemberfest a long time ago. I think that was our second year. So that was one of the seasonals. So that's when we brew it draft only for a whole month, whatever. And Septemberfest was, I don't know the whole story, but the story I would tell was all the Oktoberfest beers start coming out in like June or July or whatever.
Yeah.
So we made Septemberfest, and it came out in September when it was so it was really good. It was kind of smoky. It was a hoppy oatmeal brown. It's so
it wasn't even the traditional like Marzen or wheat style.
No, it wasn't a traditional style. Yeah, hoppy oatmeal brown, 6.5%, kind of smoky, a few smoked malts. Yeah, Septemberfest is solid. But
that's awesome.
We don't make a lot of traditional styles. We'll do a few more lagers this year in the tap room, which over the years that's been new for us. Up until 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, we didn't do any lagers at all. Then we started with the Pilsner, which is the year round, and then we started adding some one-off lagers randomly in the tap room. But no, we'll come back to breaking out the big old stouts, the barrel-aged stouts. I get asked all the time for some certain beers, Campfire, Acheron, Columbiana. So I think all three of those, just big old badass barrel-aged stouts, will come back in this winter, which will be great. But other than that, yeah, it's just the same old Martin House stuff. You'll see a few less sours and a few more stouts. In Q4 this year.
I'm gonna say as a first, I'm looking forward to that, considering stouts are my kind of stouts and browns. Those are my, like I was saying earlier, I'm not huge on IPAs or haven't been traditionally. Stouts is where I live. Those are my go-tos. But
I love that, bro. Yeah, that's where I started, was IPAs and stouts. And that's still what I drink. So that's what's weird. I don't drink a lot of the sours. I try them and I appreciate them and love them and know that our fans love them. But so I'm not going to be selfish and make it IPAs all the time, because that's just what I like. That's not what they like. So it's not what was Joe Dirt say. It's not what you like. It's the consumer.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't make a lot of IPAs.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, a lot of those, like I keep saying traditional styles, but like an IPA, I mean, they're just done into the dirt,
Yeah, we're not going to can
IPA.
Yeah, we're not going to release an IPA this year. Or outside of the tap room, which is besides Friday. I mean, Friday's year round, but yeah, no micro IPAs. It's wild. So
I mean, it gives people something to talk about,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man. Yeah, more stouts in the winter. That's what I too am also very excited about. And we haven't made that schedule yet, which is kind of cool too. So yeah, from October onward is completely wide open. So I haven't even made that yet. So that's kind of rare as well, to not have the beers planned for what you're releasing. So for bigger breweries, January they release their whole year. So it'll be July before we figure out what we're making in October. But that's cool, is we can adapt, figure out what we like, what the customer likes, and make whatever the hell we want.
Well, plus you guys can be a little more topical with stuff too. So like when something happens in May or June, like if you release everything in January, you completely skip over things like the winter freeze we just, record-setting winter freeze we had, and all this other stuff throughout the next few months. And then you can roll and adapt and make a beer that's a little more topical and people maybe enjoy, because it's like, oh shit, that just happened. Like, that's cool. Like, let's get it.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah, you can do that. And you can also, I mean, I don't know. I think that people like the mystery of who knows what is going to post tomorrow morning. Will it be a beer? Will it be distributed? There's kind of mystery around it. It's like
kind of pulls you in a little bit.
Away all the secrets in January. That's not fun for everybody, for anybody. Let's have some fun with it.
I agree. Planning and all that, it's kind of the death of spontaneity, and the spontaneity is fun, man. People want a reason to feel spontaneous. So I'll be spontaneous with beers.
Dude, and that just made me think, because before this conversation, I couldn't have told you what was coming out on Monday. No, I thought about it. So now I remember what beer is coming out on Monday. but I haven't took my professional picture of it, or I
Okay.
haven't planned my big marketing campaign of it. I think it's, but I think it's gonna be a good one. I think it's bubblegum eyes, bubblegum sour, lactose
Ooh.
sour, which tastes like liquid bubblegum. So that one, bro, is so
I'm
good.
excited.
Yeah, that was a rare one where like the tap room is like the testing ground. So if something does good in the tap room, like really good, and we feel good about it and the branding and all of it, then it'll graduate to micro season. It'll get distributed.
Yeah.
So yeah, bubblegum eyes. So probably Monday morning I'll wake up super early. No, I won't wake up early, but I'll wake up and I'll go to the dollar store and buy a bunch of pieces of bubble gum and put those cans on there and take that little picture and tell the world bubblegum.
So that one is coming out and being distributed starting Monday.
Bro, I think that's next week. Let me check my calendar. Maybe that's the week after.
I hope so, because I'll be at HEB watching like a hawk.
Man, it tastes so good. The art is solid this year. It's new art. Our artist Donnie killed it. Yeah, bubblegum eyes is next week.
I'm still kicking myself for not getting some of that. What was the cereal one y'all did? The like tastes like, from what I heard, it tastes like Fruit Loops. It was you just showed me the box for
Marty's Munchies?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Fruity Circles was the 2 cans in there that tasted like orange Fruit Loops, like kind of orangey, citrusy, lemony.
I saw the post and I just never picked up a can. I was like, I would love to try it.
Well, yeah, again, that was just something that was, man, that was so cool. We got this production company to make a commercial for it. These big Martin House fans, they'd made me one for free for some other beer because they just love the beer. Oh, I think it was Bloody Mary pickle beer. And so I remember this really cool video. So I reached out to them and said, can you make something for this cereal beer we're doing? And they all got so excited. And that's the best when you're working with people that, get as excited as you do.
Enjoy what they're doing because it makes a huge difference, Yeah,
100%.
Part in it.
So yeah, that was Marty's Munchies. That could have been so big because we had the toy that came with it too. And I wanted to make all these videos about, how to throw the airplane and this really retro stuff. But it was just, there's 50 other beers after that. So I was like, all right, next beer. It's like that's something that's kind of can be kind of the downside is it's hard to get excited about the thing in the moment because
we're coming down the line.
There's so much stuff the next day and the next week that you're already working on it, but have been working on for months. It's like, yeah, it's hard to appreciate it sometimes.
Yeah,
because you're thinking about the next thing.
You could always use that for, I'm sure, like you were saying earlier, it's, you're probably gonna hit a wall in terms of, the creativity with how much you guys are putting out. What's left. So people coming back with some, vintage or retro or was it throwbacks, redo it and do it better, improve on it, and do the campaign you didn't get to do the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus you got guys like me who now are well aware of what y'all are putting out and are going to be, at the ready for it this time. So I'll be keeping a weathered eye on the horizon for that one.
Well, don't you worry. I ain't running out of ideas. Our team here, bro, is done, man. I wish we could make twice as much beer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We can't make as many of the things that we want to make.
So I got another question for you. You mentioned a minute ago, like the can art. So the all the art you guys do, is it all in-house or do you have okay, so you have an artist, one person, or is it like a team?
It's Donnie.
Donnie. Damn.
Man, dude. Yeah, it's one man named Donnie. Donnie is a fucking man, dude. Yeah, so he's been the artist since day one.
That's awesome.
I don't know how many cans he's done. I don't know if it's 200 or 300 or whatever over the past 8-9 years. But yeah, so Donnie, I think he went to high school with my buddy Cody, the owner, Cody Martin. So they went to high school together. And when Cody started this brewery, Donnie was an artist. And he reached out and said, yo, can you make some beer labels for me? So I said, yeah. And what's really special, I mean, there's a million special things, but Donnie doesn't have or I've never seen a portfolio or a website for all of his work. But he does have every single piece of art that's ever been created at Martin House. It's his entire portfolio. So you can look, like it's sitting right in front of you.
Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of it right here.
Yeah, every single one of those, even though some of them are different and weird and stuff, they're all the same person. They're all Donnie. So you can look at the Daybreak can from 8-9 years ago, and then you can look at whatever came out this week or the barrel aged shit, all that stuff. Yes, yeah. Nas is insane. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so excited to try this one.
Yeah, it's terrifying, right?
Just because I'm such a huge fan of Super Troopers, so I'm just like, when I saw that, I'm like, oh god.
Wait, Super Troopers? That ain't Super Troopers.
Snozzberries taste like Snozzberries. It's Super Troopers.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. Willy Wonka.
I'm pretty sure this the guy. Was it the guy from the back seat? Oh no, it wasn't. It was a different guy.
No. We had 2 Super Trooper beers, and I posted one on our story today. The Who Want or OK No Cream. We had Who Wants Cream and OK No Cream. So yeah. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you can look at the art and just see how he's evolved. What's really cool is I think it was maybe 2.5 years ago. Up until then, he used his finger in the trackpad for every single piece of art. So it was only then when he got the digital pen and the little pad and stuff.
Yeah.
So from 2019 back to 2012, 2013, it was just his finger on a pad, and that's how he's drawing all this stuff. Wow. Which is mind-blowing.
That is insane.
No, so Donnie is he's crazy, man. Every single week, that's what I do every Thursday is I make a document that says, here's what every week he does something new, like a new label. So I make a document that says, here's the beer you're working on next week. Here's what it's called. Here's the style, the ABV. Here's the name of it. And most of the time, I call it art info.
Yeah.
And most of the time, that document says, here's a bunch of this, but just go with your gut and do whatever the hell you want. Because that's what you need to be doing.
Yeah,
so,
it's going to be creative,
Yeah, so I just want, sometimes the art comes before even the style of the beer or the beer. It's just, Donnie, go do something, and then we'll figure out what that beer is going to be.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's super rad. If I can think of something that I know Donnie can get excited about, then I know that art's going to be fucking rad, and then we'll figure out what to do with it. So
I love that. That's really interesting. I never really thought about that when it comes to the can art or the marketing of the beer, themselves, of literally developing a beer around the art itself. That's that's super cool,
man. It's for Snozzberries, I could say draw a pineapple and draw an orange and draw this, and he would draw exactly what I told him to, and it would be perfect. And then we'd see it, and we go, it's a pineapple and an orange, and that's not really cool in a beer can. But how about this? Why don't you draw Crazy Grandpa Joe like you did last year with Violet, and he was so excited about it, and make it perfect. And that's
the cans definitely draw me in, man. They have been since day one.
Man, I love that, and that's because Donnie. Yeah, we're a great team, man. He's a fucking man.
So I know I asked 5-10 years where you think the brewery's gonna be down the road, and but thinking about it, y'all's 8th anniversary was last month. You guys have 2 years, and you'll be 10 years old. Do y'all have a big blowout bash planned, or you think you're gonna have a big blowout bash planned for year 10?
I haven't thought about that, but I think it should be the biggest and baddest party of all time.
Statewide, just crazy.
Man, I don't know what we would do. Maybe we should have every single person that's ever performed at Martin House out here and have a giant concert.
A day-long jamboree. That'd be
of course we would have. No, I'm just freestyling right now. We would have Old G out here, our best friend. He plays all of our big events. He's fucking awesome. But we have the Toadies out here. That would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a few years. And then we bring Mark Rebellet back out here. Mark Rebier. You know that guy?
I don't.
Oh, you don't know Loop Daddy? Oh, bro, he's famous.
3 years, man. 3 years.
No. This is nation. This is international. Anyways, look this up afterwards.
I'll have to.
You're going to know when you see it. But maybe we have all the artists that have ever been here or something, and every single, I don't know what we should do. But it'd be epic.
For sure. You gotta start planning that shit now, man.
No, I'll figure it out a few weeks before. That's what we do.
Just
figure it out
together, and it's still going to be epic.
You'll think it's something. That's what we do.
Fair enough. I like that. That's a nice mantra. I need to keep that in mind.
That's it. Yeah. You'll think it's something, or I think done is better than perfect is what I've been hearing lately that I really like. Done is better than perfect. Well,
That's fair.
do it, man. Yeah. Stop worrying about posting this, or stop worrying about editing your video or whatever, and just post that shit, dude.
Dude, that's why I'm doing the live streams, man.
Exactly.
I got so enthralled with like learning how to edit video and try to make it perfect, and like I'm more here for the. I don't want to spend all like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, editing videos to get it. I just want to go out. This is it. This is the content right here. There's no need.
That's what it should be. Yeah, us breaking up and going offline for a minute, and this is what it is.
Exactly.
I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna take a clip from this and put it on my Instagram, and it's fucking perfect, dude.
I
No,
like that.
Is this so? How many of these on the YouTube live have you done? Because you talked about editing the one earlier.
So before, when I started out, I was doing like the editing, and I probably had about 10 of those. And then I just like one day I just kind of thought about it, and I was like, I had to do the YouTube live with Austin 101, the Austin Craft Spirits light whiskey, because he doesn't have a facility. So he's like, let's just do a live stream. It'll be easier. And then I did it, and I'm like, yeah, this is a lot easier. I'm going to go with this from now on. This makes way more sense. So I did that with him, with Violet Crown Spirits. And then I did it with a Irish whiskey distillery, the Dead Rabbit. And then you're the fourth. So I've done 4 live streams. I did a couple on Instagram that were more like tastings. Like I did one with Milam and Green. But for the YouTube, I've only done 4 so far.
So the people watching this right now, they saw it on your Facebook and Instagram and had to click on this link to go to YouTube Live.
Right. So either they're like subscribe to YouTube and it'll pop up for them, or if they can follow like my page, like I have the link tree on my page, so they can just go right to my YouTube, and I just promote it ahead of time. And so, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to coordinate it through Instagram and YouTube to do both live at the same time. But there's like a lot of complication that gets through that, and I'm not a huge, I'm not super knowledgeable about that. So I'm learning as I go. But for now, I'm just having fun doing this. I mean, it's
StreamYard, so it can't go to Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook and YouTube are the only 2 it goes to. But it's like it only goes to one or the other unless I have the pro version. So I'm kind of
good. Oh, yeah, you can get the pro version.
Yeah.
You can also set up your phone right now on Instagram Live. And boom,
I was debating doing that. I was going to be like, should
bring up the volume.
Stream on our phone too while we're doing
Yeah.
But we can always, hell, we can always just do, when you guys do releases, we could do like a little, 10, 15, 20-minute video where we just talk about it on Instagram for poops and giggles.
All right. I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Break time.
Break.
Hold off on the Friday. Guys, perfect pour. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful.
Well, what I missed? Do we have any watchers at all?
We got a few going. Yeah, a lot of people pop on like afterwards. These live things are kind of hit or miss because it's like depending on the time of day you pick, people might be getting home from work or busy or having dinner. So I've done one on a Saturday, which was interesting because it was like 10:30 in the morning. So we did like a brunch deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's people mill in and out.
I bet Saturday night would fucking pop. Saturday or Friday night, maybe Thursday night. I bet all those, like, I've just noticed sometimes when I post some goofy shit late at night on one of those nights and everyone's already drinking, that's when they really enjoy it.
Maybe that's what I should start doing. I should start doing like 11, 12 o'clock, like just live streams.
Well, no, then they'll be blackout wasted. You want to hit that nice little sweet spot where they've had a couple beers and feel confident enough to talk back to you.
There we go.
A little sweet spot somewhere, but I don't know. I try not to overthink it. Just post whenever, whatever. Dumb
Yeah,
shit.
think of something.
Exactly. Yeah. Just think about it. Yeah.
I dipped into the schnozberries one.
Man, tell me what you think, because I
didn't know what to expect because I don't know what the hell schnozberries are.
Man, I think I picked the flavors of that beer based on what was in the background of the wallpaper they were licking. So I think it's pineapple, oranges, and coconut. What or cherries?
Pineapple, cherries, and oranges.
Yeah. So those are three of the fruits on there. So that was something where, yeah, all that came from was we did Violet. You turn violet. Do you have that one?
I don't have that one. I remember seeing it. I haven't come across that one.
Yeah, so it was a 6-pack blueberry sour IPA, Violet. And so this year, we wanted to, not one up, but just, keep it going. So we did snozberries.
Yeah.
So that's when it was just one of those days where I have to tell Donnie what to draw. So, all right, let's do snozberries. All right, I think you probably draw Grandpa Joe being crazy, like Violet looks like. And what's the beer going to be? Because didn't even know what the beer was going to be. So let's zoom in on this Google image. All right, pineapple, cherries, oranges. All right, so pineapple, cherry, orange sour, 8% because that's more, and done. So it's like we never tested that beer or made it like before, so didn't even know if those flavors are going to end up being good or bad. Or it just tastes like sour as shit to me. What does it taste like to you? Can you pick the flavors apart or not?
Well, yeah, I get a lot of the pineapple.
Really?
It's definitely like more because the pineapple's tart and then you get the sour, so those like play together a lot, so it makes it a really strong flavor. But yeah, I mean, like I honestly had no idea what to expect other than like reading what was on the on the can.
Right.
It's kind of an intense flavor and it's different than anything I think I've ever tasted before.
Yeah, when I had it, I've had it a few times. It was tart as shit. And my palate couldn't distinguish a lot of the flavors, but some people can. You can say there's more pineapple and someone says there's more cherries, which again is really cool. That's the whole idea of it, being crafty. But
yeah, it's kind of hard to pull it apart. It almost to me tastes like a really like a sour mead. Like yeah, like that's I don't know. That's where my mind goes, and who knows? My palate's all weird sometimes, but yeah, like my mind just immediately goes to like a mead. But it's like sour, so it's different.
Yeah, and that's what's funny too is you can say, "Yo, what's this supposed to taste like?" And I can tell you, snozberries, duh,
bruh.
And nobody knows what snozberries taste like.
You ever had snozberry?
Yeah, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah,
we nailed it.
I like it. No, it's different. I mean, I don't think this is one I'd be pounding, but it's it's a nice treat.
Yeah, I can't either, man. But yeah, a lot of our fans
8%. I mean,
hours. So
a little heavy.
Yeah,
but all right, man. Well, I should probably get going because I haven't eaten and I'm pounding my third beer. So
I feel that. My buddy just drove by, our sales manager. He said, "Yo, get in the car." I said, "No, bro, I'm on FaceTime, dog."
All right, then it's a good time to wrap it up. But man, I appreciate it. If you're down in Austin, give me a holler. Let's go grab a beer and talk more, and maybe do some Instagram Live. I don't know.
I will. We might come down for the Texas Craft Brewers Festival.
Oh yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
When the hell that is? Maybe September. I feel like. I know. I mean, we'll definitely be there. I don't know if I'll be there, but yeah.
Well, that's something I got to keep an eye on because that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's dope. But yeah, hit me up when you come to.
I will for sure.
Bring the crew, like whoever. Show you around the brewery. Not much to see, just a dirty old brewery, but we'll drink some beers, have some fun.
It looks cleaner every beer you drink.
Well, Well, bro, no, thank you for having me. This was really cool, and I really enjoyed this stuff. And yeah, it was fucking fun. So thank you.
Yeah. All right. Take care, Shugg. Keep brewing. Good to catch you, man.
Dog.
Like everybody, I tell you, keep pouring.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.